I definitely care. Oh, I definitely care. I did the same thing when I flew to Europe. Stayed up all night, so when I was in nighttime in Italy, I passed right out. Yep, that's exactly what I did when I went to Germany. But I ended up getting food poisoning. It was terrible.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Geth.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them.
Oh, really? Okay, Ryan. Dude, Tony, I got food poisoning in fucking Canada. That's where I got the food poisoning. I ate sushi in Toronto. And that's where I got the food poisoning. It was horrible. Anyways, sorry everyone. I'm just the sort of guy who likes to know things about everything. Sorry for... No! Virabot, never apologize! You know me, brother. We fucking talk about anything and everything here. I love having conversations like these because look at this. There are almost 200 people in an online chat room hanging out, playing a game about space, having an adult conversation about gun laws and gun control. And no one in here is fucking freaking out, screaming MAGA. They're not gonna take my guns. Everyone's having a mature conversation and no one... Like, I love this. This is what I live for. This is my crack. I love it. It can happen. We can all have a mature conversation about a very controversial subject. Whoa. Yeah, dude, I'm all about sparking good conversation. That's my favorite. Super sidebar, I'm doing some serious sailboat shit. 99% sure. Oh, dude, fuck yeah. When adults talk, I would... adult is a broad term used for people over a certain age. I would say... I don't know the word. I wish guns had biometrics mandatory where the gun won't fire if the original owner isn't recognized. I mean, someday they'll come up with that shit, I'm sure. The problem is right now I think a lot of firearms are controlled by the black market, and that doesn't help them. Serial numbers don't help them, and anything like that doesn't help them, and so that's not gonna happen because they don't want it to happen. I think that's kind of the problem right now. I don't know. We have a huge gun problem in my city. Complete madness, unheard of. I want a refund. Thanks. Insert president here. Exactly. Thanks, Obama, Clinton, Washington, Trump.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force.
Thanks,
Initially,
insert erroneous politician. Doesn't matter who you say, they all suck.
Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
Oh shit, so they made the Geth.
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million Geth thinking simultaneously.
All the more shit.
Currently unstable.
I'm getting out at the end of this month. Neural network?
So the Geth share brainpower?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
Pharaoh. I don't get it.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long.
Oh,
The Geth were showing
Skynet.
signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Hey, you can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching.
You can kind of see her face. She has a humanoid face in there. If an AI asks if it's alive and has emotions, is it alive? I mean, by technically standards, alive is having a pulse. And so if they don't have a pulse, they're not alive. I don't know. It really... Dude, haven't you watched fucking, Blade Runner? Tally's pretty cool. I like her.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first
Oh, I
place.
love Short Circuit.
But
That's
we did
such a
not
good
make
movie.
a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had
Soma.
not
Oh,
acted,
fuck.
they would have
Soma was
wiped us
really
out.
good.
They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
They're alive in terms of flora, yeah, but if you're trying to determine AI is alive like a human, it has to have a pulse. Like in the hospital, you're not dead if you're brain dead, and you're not dead if your liver's dead, and you're not dead if you can't move your body. You're dead if your heart stops and you don't have a pulse. Do they have rights? I don't know. That's a creepy question. AI freaks me out. The definition of sentience is very ambiguous. Yeah, like, are they sentient? Are they... The Geth are defending themselves. They're alive enough to know they don't want to die, which seems enough to me. Alive and sentient can be separate, right? I don't know. That's a really good question. Man, I don't know. I mean, I treat my tiny robots pretty well. I think of them as kind of a little bit alive, which is probably not healthy.
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy
Except politicians.
us. Not just
They're
the
corpses.
Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren.
Right,
and that's
Red
why
Manticore?
we have to stop him.
It's kind of like our brain named itself. The moment we knew we had one, we named it a brain, and your brain named your brain. It's the only organ that named itself, if you think about it. It's pretty crazy. Said, oh, my wife's so, my room is technically alive, right? Yes. I love those questions. Pilgrimage.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
All right. Ooh, 10% beer? What kind of beer is it?
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast
Leto,
us
what
out.
is that?
Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us
It's like
on
a
our
shrunken
journey.
head.
We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most.
There you go.
By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their
Juan,
own
that's pretty
standing
funny.
in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I want to talk about something else.
I think I've talked to everything with her. Yep.
I should go.
See you later.
Oh shit, we leveled up by talking to people. Wow. Ooh, I want that. Hell yeah, motherfucker! Catherine. Hello?
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
Either it still sort of slap patch on it and the suit floats still with antibiotics and shit. Oh, weird. Actually, I was more thinking about, like, how do they breed? I know, she's so passed out.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my
Aw.
guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You've got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. She's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's
The
so
what?
special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size.
I know,
of
I
any
ordered
other
Taco
vessel.
Bell earlier.
Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into
love
the ship
Taco Bell.
itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually, the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running, and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Oh, wow.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up to FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one
else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served
Taco
on it.
Bell
Everything from dreadnoughts and
2.0.
carriers right down to frigates
Well,
like the Normandy.
Yeah,
My last
part
assignment
2.
was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
The Tokyo.
Where else have you served,
Oh.
Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
I'm a Spectre now.
Carry on, Adams.
I'm a Spectre now. I have my own ship. I'm going around talking to everybody on the ship right now. Vera bought that. Happened to Eliza and I the other night. We tried to order food and there was no one to bring it to us. No delivery drivers.
Commander?
It was shitty.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duties squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Why won't she ever talk to me?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
Yes, ma'am. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
We never trained to fight synthetics. The Geth haven't gone beyond the Veil in 3 centuries.
Our training's supposed to make us able to adapt. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Wow.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duties squared away. I wouldn't mind
Be my
talking more
friend.
later,
Check
though.
out this pug. Obviously, I'm cool.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
She don't like me. Cool. She said duty. Does it only go up and down? Oh, okay. There's only 2 levels. My bad. I fucking love hot sauce. But not like so hot it's a miserable experience hot sauce, you know? I want it to be spicy, but also enjoy my food still. Del Taco? Ooh, I don't think we have Del Taco on here. We have Qdoba, which isn't bad. Galaxy map. Cajun? Ooh, I love Cajun sauce. Gator hammock? Ooh. Frank's Red Hot. I mean, it's basically hot wings. Wow. We were gonna start on one of these. Let's start on Novaria. Yep. Let's do it. Woo! We're taking off. First flight. Novaria, here we come. Virabot, why would you eat that? Mmm. Awesome. Let's do it.
Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy.
I like Tapatio too. And Cholula.
Normandy, arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and
like
tracking
both.
you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
Ooh, my elbow
What a
itches.
fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
I think Sriracha's overrated. I'm not a huge Sriracha fan. I like Mexican spiced hot sauce though. I'm not really into Asian hot sauces. I love hot Asian food, but their hot sauces don't really do it for me. All right. I'm gonna take this bitch. No combat strength. Let's get friendly with this bitch.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
I did. I got Tally. I have Tally. You just saw who I got. I'm just tell you again. Cute. What's that? This is big. Those bad guys? No.
That's far enough.
We're not here to cause problems.
I'll cooperate, ho.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
What up? Not enough gun? How you doing? Yuck.
You first.
We're the law here. Show some respect.
I'm Captain Maiko Matsuo, Ilanis Risk Control Services.
The number one way not to get respect from me is to demand it. Bye, Wand. Have a good night, honeybean. Wow. I'm sorry, Papa Ponish. That's shitty.
I'm a Spectre. My name is Shepard.
Load of horse crap, ma'am.
We will need to confirm that. Also, I must advise you that firearms are not permitted on Novaria. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Back away, nice and slow.
Let's not start a fight.
I'll be behind you. That armor's in good condition?
Captain Matsuo, stand down. We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre.
Yeah,
I
you
hope the rest of your
stupid
visit will be less
slut.
confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
Behave yourself.
I think I've done... I heard a lot of people saying I was renegading, but I keep seeing Paragon on the screen, so I think I'm doing both. I don't know. I'm not doing anything on purpose, I'm just answering instinctively.
I'm sure Parasini-san will answer any questions you have.
Get out of here.
Oh my god, they hate me. Those flying guns are cute. Yo, what up, homies? Top Gear, what the fuck is up?
Weapon detectors, don't mind the phones.
I am Gianna Parasini, Assistant to Administrator Ananias. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
I appreciate your help.
You're welcome. You understand our security chief was only doing her job. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Where do I get my dick sucked?
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The executive board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
I can't have my investigation
Oh, I love you,
hampered.
Toph. Thank
Tread
you.
lightly. The board can bury you in litigation. You'd need an Asari lawyer to see the case through.
Hey, Chad, is Jack in this game or is that in 2? I haven't met anyone named Jack yet.
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? An
Dick
Asari
sucking.
matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Saren's second in command. She's here?
Night, Toph. I love you, Honeybean.
Can I speak with her?
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Good. Give us directions and we'll be on our way.
You'll need to ask Administrator Ananias for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the administrator's office.
Cool. I have some Mad Dog. I actually, a long time ago, I got all the hot sauces that were on Hot Ones.
The galaxy's most respected site
That one
for
was hot.
independent scientific research and development. For your own safety and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
I thought the worst one was the bomb. The bomb super fucked my mouth up for a long time. It like ate away a layer of the flesh in my mouth.
I'm on duty, Spectre. I shouldn't be talking to you.
The bomb was the worst for me, personally. Excuse me. Who's that?
How can I help you?
I'd like to speak to Ananias.
One moment, please. Mr. Ananias.
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
It tasted terrible, exactly. It had no flavor and fucking straight in my mouth. It's a horrible experience. Hello.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain spaceborne vagabonds.
Excuse me, sir, while I put hot sauce on my burrito.
I'm here as a Spectre, not a human. Keep that in mind.
Believe me, that is foremost in my mind. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
Do you do business with Saren?
Agent Saren? One of your Spectre compatriots? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Novaria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
Oh, really?
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards
like
attending to the
big-eyed
safety of her
bitch.
person, mainly Asari commandos.
Commandos? And you didn't think that was weird?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
Amen.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Scotty Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
22 million Scovilles? What the fuck? Ooh, my penis is bigger than yours, but also you'll have a hole in your tongue. Worth it? I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor. She's here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the
The bomb
Scotty
just
Mountains.
smells burned.
Regardless, there is a blizzard
Like
in the area.
burnt
Shuttles are
something.
grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Back to my other questions.